Yes, class. Good evening. Am I audible?
Good evening, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So Khalid, Memuna, Samaira, Sana, Sneha. Memuna has joined back. Memuna, what is happening? Your exams were over. Walaikum assalam.
Yes, teacher. Exams were over.
Then also, please try to be regular, Memuna. You had a good attendance earlier before your exams. Then I think when you came here, you had internet issues. You couldn't join the classes back. Then August you had to join since September. And now also, please be regular. All right, Memuna.
Okay.
So focal, yes, lens maker formula we have completed. Let's complete with this topic and we'll be left with optical instruments and we'll be left with prism. This topic will be left with. C class, in this lens maker formula, one thing that was left was cutting of lens. One, you have equiconvex lens. Equiconvex lens means both the radius of curvatures, or you can say on both the sides the focal length is equal. That we call as equiconvex lens. So when you have equiconvex lens, then when you cut it, it can be cut. See how a lens can be cut. Like this. Like this. In two equal parts, a lens has been cut. This is a lens. A cut has been made, and like this, two parts of the lens has been obtained. So in this case, you have cut the lens perpendicular to principal axis. This will be mentioned like this only. Cutting the lens perpendicular to principal axis. Cutting the lens perpendicular to the principal axis. Fine. So you have cut the lens perpendicular to the principal axis. Now what will be the difference in the focus? See, earlier the focus was this. This was the case. And class questions are there from this part. Theoretical questions are there. Cut will be, the diagram will be given to you. The cut will be shown like this. So radius of curvature is there. Radius of curvature is over here. C1 and C2 are present. See, radius of curvature first, this one will be plus r, other will be minus r. 1, this is r2, this is r1. So r1, r2 will be minus r and r1 will be plus r. Now put this into lens maker formula. One by f is n2 by n1 minus 1. 1 by r minus 1 by r1 you have. Here is also 1 minus r. So that will become 1 by r plus 1 by r. So this becomes 1 by f is n2 by n1 minus 1, 2 by r. All right. So this is n2 by n1 minus 2 by r. This is the general lens maker formula. Now, if it is the new focal length, this is f. This is this focal length. F has been calculated from you. Now, let's say this is f prime. You have cut this and this is f prime. So, if you have this lens, see radius of curvature on one side becomes what? This is the lens. This is the radius of curvature. On this side, the radius of curvature will be infinity because this is a plane side. So radius of curvature on this side is infinity. Now when you'll write and put it into the lens maker formula, n2 by n1 minus 1, 1 by r minus 1 by infinity. C class, 1 by r minus infinity. Here you will be only left with 1 by r. N2 minus N1 minus 1. Here you have only 1 by R left because 1 by infinity is 0. Now use these equations, this equation 1 and use this equation 2. One by F is equal to N2 by N1 minus 1, 2 by R. And this part is 1 by F dash. This is N2 by N1 minus 1. This is 1 by R. So see, this gets cancelled. RR also gets cancelled. You will be only left with F prime is 2F. So see, if you cut the lens perpendicular to the principal axis, this is the principal axis. If you cut it perpendicular to the principal axis, then focus becomes twice the focal length that is present. And one more thing in which the lens can be cut is if you cut parallel to principal axis. So remember, the focus changes if you cut it perpendicular to the principal axis. Second case can be cutting the lens parallel to the principal axis. This is the focus. If you cut it from here, this is the perpendicular. See what you'll obtain. One part will be this, other part of the lens will be this. F dash is the new focus. Earlier, this was a complete lens. So whose focus was F? F dash is focus of only this half part of lens that we are comparing. What happens to the focus when it is completely intact and when the lens is converted into half? Now see here, you don't have to worry because focus remains the same. So here F dash is equal to F. There's no change in the focus. So this also comes as a theory question and lots of questions have come from this part. So note it down from this part. Let me know if you have any queries. Did you all receive your answer sheets of your half-yearly exams? Memuna?
No, teacher.
Still not. And Khalid?
Teacher, exam just started.
Okay, your exam has, oh yes, your and Salman. So you have your exam tomorrow also. Salman is absent today?
Salman, he went mosque. He will come in like 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, Salman will join. All right. So is it Maghrib time over there at your place?
Now, Isha.
Okay. And what about you three? Sana, Samaira, Sneha? Answer sheets? Did you receive in your school half-yearly, midterm, whatever you had?
My midterms are going to start from 3rd November.
Third. Okay, so physics is there on 7th. All right. So what's the syllabus, Sana? See class, one type of question also comes from lens is whether to tell whether your lens is converging or lens is diverging. So a trick to find out this is that if focal length is positive, then you say lens is converging. See, if focal length is positive, then lens is converging. And if focal length is negative, then lens is diverging. Fine. So now questions also come from this part where you will not be having numerical values, but by just figuring it out whether your refractive index is given and comparing refractive index, you can easily find out whether focal length is positive or negative. And if it is positive, then you say it's converging. If it is negative, you say it's diverging. One question let's do, then let's complete with the lens formula. 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. That also we had not derived. Let's also complete that. See, this is one question. I hope the above part you all have written. So this is N1, this is N2. This is C2, center of curvature, this is C1. This is positive R1, and here the radius of curvature, this is negative. Fine, this part, this radius of curvature, this is negative. Now lens formula you already know. It says if N2 is greater than N1, complete the ray diagram. So how can you complete the ray diagram? See class, not only N2 is greater than, okay, let's do this part first. See, your convex lens, we have studied that it acts as a converging lens, but your converging lens can also act as a diverging lens. This same convex lens, this glass, this piece of glass can also act as a converging lens, a diverging lens as well. Now there have to be certain conditions that are satisfied. So let's see the cases. This is a simple convex lens. Let's start with the sufficient data is there. N2 is greater than N1. See, this part says N2 is greater than N1. So it means N2 by N1 is greater than 1. 1 by F is what? See, 1 by F is N2 by N1 minus 1. 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Fine. This term is positive. This term is also positive. Because see, 1 by R minus 1 by R is there in the formula. 1R was here negative, negative, negative became plus. So this term is also positive. This term is also positive. So you can directly say focal length will come out to be positive. And the lens will be a converging lens. Now see, it's a converging lens. So this convex lens acts as a converging lens, in which case, so completing the ray diagram involves nothing. Here you just have to complete the ray diagram the way you have been completing a normal ray diagram. Like this you have to complete. But the main point was, if when the refractive index of the glass was greater than air, then only you got focal length as positive. Let's take one more part. Second part, if N1 is greater than N2. See if N1 is greater than N2. If N1 is greater than N2, then it means N2 by N1 will be less than 1, because N2 is less than N1. So N2 by N1 will be less than 1. Now see what will you get. If we put this in the formula, 1 by F will be N2 by N1 minus 1 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. See, this term will still be positive, but this term will be negative this time because N2 by N1 is less than 1. And you're subtracting a term which is lesser than 1 to 1. It's like 0.5 minus 1, 0.3 minus 1, and you're sure that your answer will come in negative. Fine. So definitely, and now negative multiplied by positive, your answer focal length will be negative. So just in case, if your refractive index of the liquid or the air or the surrounding medium of the material of lens becomes greater than the material of the lens, then your convex lens acts as a diverging lens. Though the work of divergence is done by diverging lens, that is concave lens, but this time a concave lens can also act as a diverging lens. So like this, it will be having the ray diagram. By default, we consider the first case. That's why everywhere, whenever we use it, we use the first case only. This is the first time we have been using this term. So this type of question is also asked a lot in previous. These two were special questions that were there. That's why I've discussed it separately. So negative is there, positive is there, and 1 by f is negative multiplied by positive. Fine. So this acts as a diverging lens now. This is the same convex lens only. This is performing the function of a concave lens, provided the condition if the refractive index of the surrounding becomes greater than the refractive index of the lens that is present. Let's take one more case. What if your n becomes both the n, the refractive index of the outer medium becomes equal to refractive index of the inner medium? Yes. See, first tell me, Sana, first part is clear? Converging lens part. Okay. Second part. See, in the second part, N2 was less than N1. So it means this term will be negative. Do you agree with the fact that this term will be negative? All right. So it means if this is negative, 1 is positive. It's like this term is coming out to be minus 0.3. This term is coming out to be plus 5. Ultimately, even if you have plus 5 and minus here, your answer will be negative. Negative 1, 0.1, negative 1.5, whatever will be the answer. Right. So it means focal length is negative. So it's, yes, now it is acting as a diverging lens. It is acting as a diverging lens because the focal length is negative. That's what I've told you just now, 2 points that we have written. Okay. Now, what if the refractive indices of both the materials are same? So if both of these quantities are equal, it means N2 by N1 is equal to 1 here. So 1 by f will be equal to N2 by N1 minus 1, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Who has left the class? Sana, Myras. Okay, it was network issues. Fine. So see, this term is 1. So 1 by f becomes 1 minus 1. This is 1 minus 1. 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. 1 minus 1 becomes 0. So 1 by f is 0. So f will be 1 by 0. See, 1 by f is equal to 0. F will be equal to 1 by 0. And 1 by 0 is what? What is 1 by 0? Infinite. Yes, infinite. Infinity. So focal length is infinity. For which case? Only for plane mirror. It means though this is a curved surface, but this time what will happen? The focal length is infinite. Rays will simply keep on passing. It will act invisible. It will be invisible. This is a question that comes with the term invisible only. Here, what will happen? Your ray, your glass is there in a certain medium which has the same refractive index. It can be a different material. It is not necessarily to be a glass for this phenomena to occur. Now, since focal length is infinite, the rays will meet at infinity. And at infinity, we all know it cannot meet. So it means it will act as a plane mirror. It will act invisible. even if the glass was not there, the rays would have passed straight away. Even if the glass is there, rays are still passing straight away. So this is the only case when both the refractive indices become equal, you have the same material. All right, so these three parts are important. This question is important as well as this focal length cutting one is also important. This comes separately. In your previous year questions, if you see it comes in, chances are also there are people who are going to have their exams. Khalid, Salman, did you people have your physics exam? Is it over or is it?
Tomorrow.
It's
It's
over?
tomorrow.
No, tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Okay, so how, AC till AC is it coming?
1, 2, and 4, 6. Those chapters.
1, 2, and
4, 6.
okay, 1, 2, and 4, 6 like this.
1,
So
2,
electrostatics 2 chapters, then magnetics and EMI.
Yes, teacher. Till that much. Yeah.
So why like this? Current electricity has been erased, and then you have magnetism also not there.
They kept it for second term. Don't know why.
Okay. So it's good then. I hope all these chapters are prepared by both of you.
Yes,
I'll
teacher.
ask your scores, Salman and Khalid.
Yes, teacher. Of course. We'll tell.
If you have any queries when you are revising, text me your question on WhatsApp. I'll send you the solution. Okay, the derivation of the lens formula. So for mirrors, we had done mirror formula. You had the test also from it, which we had done. So C class, a lens will be taken. So lens is there, a parallel ray comes, it passes through the focus. Any ray of light that passes through the optical center retraces its path. And what else? Only these things are required. You can join this as well. Fine. Now, C class, here also one focus is there, here also one focus. So we know first principal focus and second principal focus for lens, that will be there. This is the optical center. This is the object AB. Here, an inverted image has been formed, A dash, B dash. Fine. So see, the separation from the optical center to this image, this is image distance, and the separation from this object to this optical center is object distance, and the separation between this focus is F. Fine. And this is the focus. Now see, if you see this triangle, ABO, the derivation is similar the way we have been keeping and finding the similar triangle. So this is triangle ABO. This triangle is there ABO, and this triangle is there A dash B dash O. Triangle A dash B dash O. Fine. So this is one triangle here, and this is one more triangle over here. So angle is same, vertically opposite angles, and this common side is there. So using SS similarity, you have both of these triangles as similar. So if triangle ABO is similar to triangle A dash B dash O dash, then A dash by B dash divided by AB. Fine, A dash B dash divided by AB. This is equal to OB dash divided by OB. Or not O dash, here it will be O only. O dash, there's one only single point, that is O. So OB. If both of these are similar, now see one more triangle. Let's name this point as O2. Sum this point, because we need triangles. We need more triangles. So you can see, if you note this triangle O dash, and this point here, the focus. This triangle O dash and F. This triangle O dash and F. Fine. This triangle, I'll write it down. Triangle O2. I have written it O2, no, O2 and F. And this triangle A dash, B dash, and F. This. See, this vertically opposite angle and this common side. And is almost equal to A dash, B dash, and F. Now write down the side. So that makes A dash, B dash by OO2. Or one more thing, OO2 is actually equal to AB. So instead of OO2, we can write it as, right now let's write it as, this becomes FB dash by FO. So C class, From here you can see O2 is exactly equal to AB. So you can write A dash B dash by AB only equal to FB dash by FO. Understand? Now see, you can equate both these equations because A dash B dash, in both of these A dash B dash by AB, both are equal. So if you equate, you will left with OB dash by OB, and from here you are left with FB dash by OF, right? These points we are left with. Now FB dash. If you write this term FB dash, so see this complete from this whole term. If this complete is OB dash and you take out OF, what are you left with? FB dash? See class, OB dash is this, F point is here. If you remove OF from OB dash, you will be left with BF dash. So OB dash minus OF gives FB dash. So FB dash is equal to OB dash minus OF. So put it over here. So OB dash by OB is equal to OB dash minus OF divided by OF. Now see what are the meanings of this term, what I have written. OB dash, see OB dash is what? OB dash is actually the image distance V, right? And OB is this object distance and OF is the focal length. So here you can write this as well, that OB dash is plus V because it's formed over the side, and OB will be minus U because the object is kept in front of the lens, and OF will be focal length. Put it over here. It becomes V by minus U is equal to V minus F by F. Right? We are left with this part. Now, we have to solve this further. This part is left from here. See, if you are left with this term, V minus. So, how can we solve this further? Let's take the LCM. Let's cross multiply both the terms. So this becomes VF. This terms becomes VF. Let's take minus sign here. So minus VF. And this becomes U into V minus U into F. Bring the like terms together, FF terms together. So UF minus VF is equal to UV. Now divide this entire term. Divide the entire term by UVF. So see, UF minus VF is equal to UV is there. Divide this entire term by UVF, divide this by UVF, divide this by UVF. So I think we have obtained the mirror form, lens formula, not mirror, lens formula. Here, see, UF cancels, VF cancels, UV cancels. So we'll be left with 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. And this is the lens formula. This is known as the lens formula. So derivation, again, derivation is similar to the frequency of this derivation coming is similar to what you've studied for mirror. Fine, that is same. One more thing before you copy this part is magnification. So magnification is same thing. Magnification is height of image by height of object. That remains same. So even if you write height of image was A dash B dash and height of object was AB, this is magnification. So A dash B dash is height of image and AB is height of object. One more thing, negative sign also will come because height of image, this is an inverted image. So you will write magnification's formula as minus height of image by height of object. This is one equation. Also, we know A dash B dash is equal to what? O dash B dash by OB. Right now only we had written it above. So A dash B dash by AB is equal to OB dash by OB. Just now we have written it from the above part. This is V by minus U. So that makes the complete formula for it. M is equal to minus HI by HO, which you can write it as minus U by V by U. Sorry. V by, so you can write this as height of image by height of object is equal to V by U. In mirror, you had the negative sign. In case of lens, this negative sign vanishes. Now, the conditions will remain the same, which you have studied for the mirror only. If magnification comes negative, your image is real and inverted. If magnification is positive, then image is virtual and erect. And again, if magnitude is greater than 1, less than 1, then image is diminished. It's diminished. And if it is greater than 1, then enlarged. If it is greater than 1, then image is enlarged, and if magnitude is exactly equal to 1, then good. Sana remembers all these things. So image is exactly of same size. Class, soon ray optics will be over. Start preparing for it. We'll be having a test of it soon. Reflections, I think I have sent you the scores for reflections test. Note this down. The numericals we'll do after this lens formula. See, three lenses are kept at this distance where f1 focus of the first, and this is, I think, a question from your NCRT only. Yes, this is a question from NCRT only, and it has appeared in board examinations, direct as it is, without even the numerical value getting changed. So you have to find out position of the final image. Now this is a combination of lens. Not a single lens is given to you. Combination of lenses are provided. So see, focal for the lens one, if this is your lens one, see, object distance is what? Here the object is kept from this lens. So object distance will be minus 30 centimeters. And focal length for this is plus 10, no? Yes, focus is plus 10 centimeters. So see class, if object is this, focus is this, let's find out where the image is formed for at least this one for the first lens. So if you apply f1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u, we'll have 1 by 10 is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by 30. So 30, then 2, it becomes 15, right? Just cross check someone whether it's 15 or not. So V1 comes out to be plus 15 centimeter, right? V will be what? Just check somebody. If minus 30 centimeter is object distance, focus is 10 centimeter, then what will be image distance? So this part is 30 centimeter, this is 5 centimeter. 15 centimeter, no? Okay, Sana. Thank you. Now C class. It means from this lens 1, the first convex lens that is there, at a distance of 15 centimeter, image has been formed, right? So if this part is 5 centimeter, one more thing. ये नहीं लिखा मैंने इधर. See, this is 10 centimeter. Separation between these two lenses also. So yes, can you tell me where the first image of this will be formed? V is 15 centimeter. This is the first lens. Memona, where should the image be formed according to you? Sneha, from this lens at a distance of 15 centimeter, image is formed. So see, look at the lens, where should the image be formed? Sneha? Yes, Khalid.
Yes, teacher. What was the question again?
Whenever Khalid is being asked the question, you forget the question, Khalid. See, folk, this is the lens. Image distance.
No, I got disconnected. That's why.
Okay, Khalid. Okay. See, lens is there. Focus is 10 centimeter. Object, then okay, leave it, Khalid. Then I think you'll not be able to answer. Unmute mute yourself, Khalid. It's okay. Salman.
Between second and third lens.
Second and third lens between here.
Yeah.
See, this separation is 5 centimeters. Agreed, Salman. And this separation is 10 centimeter. So where is 15 centimeters?
Just between second and third one.
See, this separation is 10. So it means this complete separation is 15. So exactly at lens 3. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But good, Salman. Rest of the thing that we have applied, application part was perfect. Did you all understand others? Only I think Salman and Sana answered. Memuna, clear to you?
Yes.
Like this you have to, because in your exams random questions will be given. So for the first line you have to figure out where your image is lying. So it means it will go from here, it will get diverged, and at this point you're getting an intermediate image. Now see class, this intermediate image that is formed at a separation of 15, this is V1, which is 15 centimeters. As he has answered, Salman has answered, this is 15 centimeters. So see class, now this I1 image, this acts as an object for this lens, lens 2. This is your first lens, this is your second lens, this is your third lens. Now I1 is acting as an object. So now see lens 2. If this is your object I1 and lens 2 is here, what is the object distance that I'll take? Samira, object distance. I1 is this, lens is here. I1 is object. So object distance should be
10 centimeters.
10 centimeters. Perfect. So plus or minus? Samira, plus or minus?
Minus.
No, plus. See, this is your lens. In front of the lens, if you keep your objects towards the left side of the lens, then you write it as negative. No, right now it is acting behind. Since it's a virtual object, remember we did in the very first class of ray optics. So good, Samara, this will be not minus, but plus 10 centimeters. Lens 1, lens 2. Now object distance U2 will be plus 10 centimeters. Focus is given as minus 10 centimeters. V2 we have to calculate. So 1 by V2 minus 1 by U2 will be equal to 1 by F2. So 1 by V2 is unknown, that becomes 1 by F2 plus 1 by U2. 1 by V2 is, 1 by F2 is what? 1 by minus 10. 1 by U2 is also 1 by plus 10. This is 0. So V2 should be 1 by 0, that is infinity. Right? See, 1 by V2. Please do reciprocate it whenever you're writing in exams. One batch there was ray optics text being conducted. I think even last year also, last year's the batch that was there in 12th. They had written 1 by V, or wherever this kind of term was there when the reciprocal was equal to 0. You have to reciprocate it and write that the term you're calculating, it is infinity. Especially in optics, 1 by F, 1 by V, this comes. And in case of current electricity also, 1 by R equivalent. So R equivalent will be asked in the exam, not 1 by R equivalent. So do reciprocate it whenever you have such terms. So here V2 will be equal to infinity. Be careful about it because it's a common mistake. Even while I also write it, I also forget to reciprocate it sometimes, especially with image distance. So be careful with this whenever you're solving that. Make sure that you have reciprocated the terms. These are single digits. When you will have it in the denominator division form, like 20 by 3, the answer must be 3 by 20, like this. So V2 is infinity. So C class. Now, this is a very big hint for your question. This image of this is formed at infinity. So it will become parallel. It will go. This line has become, the image is formed at infinity. So it will, image for lens 2 will go at infinity. Now, can anybody tell me for the third lens, because now ray of light has entered the third lens. All of you reply me in the chat box, or even you can just answer it directly. What should be the answer? Final image will be formed where? Simple rules that we have studied. All the rules that we have studied. If light is parallel, then it gets converged where? If it is passing through the center of curvature, then what happens, and all these things. So final image distance, Samira, good. Samira, tell me exact value. Right, you're correct. Others also respond. Memuna, Sana. Who is this? Sneha. Good, good, Sana. Salman, Khalid. Khalid, if you're able to hear me because your network issue, I understand. Salman, Memuna. Here light has entered. Till this point we have studied. C class. Image is formed for the second lens at infinity. So this line will go parallel because it will form at infinity. But now this lens is interfering. So this ray is now acting as the object's lens. So where will the image will now be formed? Only two students, Samaira and Sana, have applied the concept. No idea others. If light is parallel, where do the rays meet? Yes, Neha, Salman, Memuna, Khalid. If rays are parallel, where do the rays of light meet? Where do the rays converge? Are you people not at all
It is at
studying?
infinity.
From infinity rays are coming. Khalid, from infinity rays are coming. So where will it converge? If the rays are coming from infinity, they are parallel to principal axis. Where it will converge? You studied reflection. Reflection and refraction both have the same concept. No, Salman. Khalid, any idea? Yes or no? Then I'll answer. Khalid's network issues there. Not center of curvature. Focus. Image gets formed at the focus. So it means it will be formed at the focus, and focus is already mentioned 30 centimeters. Understood? Whenever rays were already coming from infinity because image for this lens was formed at infinity. So if it is already coming from infinity, your final image will be at the focus. So whatever be the question now, if the question is asking you distance of final image from the third lens, right, 30 centimeter, final image position, then calculate this whole distance, 30 plus 5 plus 10 plus 30. 75 centimeters. Whatever is asked in the question, now you can answer because you have all the information. And any question can be asked. In the NCERT, I think total complete image distance is asked from the first lens. So apart from this 30 till here, 45 centimeters will be your answer. Whatever is asked that you can write. But is this clear now or not? Yes or no? How we have got the final images position? Got it? Okay. Khalid, did you understand? All right, note it down. Just text me done once you have completed. And Khalid, I'll suggest you, if you are able to listen, that do check the recording once again. Take the recording from me wherever portions you have missed because your internet issues are there. I think in the last class also it was there. So take the recording and see the parts that you have missed.